Hello, and welcome to a game with a creepy looking screen. I think it's about Cthulhu or something, I'm not sure, but let's play it together, I guess. So, yeah. Press start. Oh. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptive of H.P. Lovecraft's work. Oh, well, now you know, it's called Dagon, I believe. Focused on story and atmosphere, you will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here. And movement is limited to progressing through locations along with the plot.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Oh, now what? Look at the room. Click. Oh, alright. During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Alright. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for the elder signs. This thing? Alright. So...
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Oh, alright. Oh.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Oh. Alright.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
That looks awfully like the Titanic. Cannons?
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation, so that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Oh. What am I looking for? Oh.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Alright. Oh. Is that my food? Did I just jump in the water?
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
Oh god.
Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Look how little light. Oh.
The weather kept
Oh, it's
fair,
bright.
and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Oh, look. Is that water?
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
Oh no, oh no. I'm hallucinating, I'm gonna die. No, no, what do I do?
The change happened whilst I slept.
What?
Its details I shall never know. For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Oh, look at the tentacles. What is this?
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black wire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
Am I on land?
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
I feel like, yeah, probably would be. Wait, yeah, I would be horrified. What is this?
For there was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
Oh, look at the tentacles in the distance on the boat. Ah.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain. Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence, and
Whoops. Oh well.
there was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Oh, question mark. Dagon seems to be inspired by Fishhead, a short novel by Irvin C. Cobb about unnatural affinities between a hybrid idiot and the strange fish of an isolated lake, supernatural horror in literature, H.P. Lovecraft. And Lovecraft's dream about a strange island emerging from the ocean and him crawling in the ooze that covered its surface. I dreamt that whole hideous crawl and can yet feel the ooze sucking me down. In defense of Dagon, H.P. Lovecraft. Is that how you say it? I'm starting to think that's not how you pronounce it well. Lovecraft's interest in the topic stemmed from his aversion to fish and sea smells. In his own words, I have hated fish and feared the sea and everything connected with it since I was 2 years old, ... But I cannot recall what early experience gave me such a profound and lasting aversion to the sea and seafood. The Dweller in Darkness, Lovecraft, 1927, Donald Wandre. Back. You can read the description immediately. I'll go back to that later in the main menu. Turn off display trailer if you find that the feature distracts from the story in time. Okay. Oh, well, that's fine. Just leave it.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position.
And what is that theory?
Some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
Okay.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
Seafowl? Like water chickens? Oh, fish?
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens.
I see.
As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time.
Is that a dragon? What is that? Like a dragon head? Or is that just a massive insect? That's my food bag.
That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
Oh. Wait, What is that? Why is it red? Hmm. Oh, oh, oh. My food?
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease. The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
An unknown goal. What is this? Is that a massive claw? We are going. Oh, don't step on that! We just stepped on the massive claw.
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Are those crab claws? Is this what this is? No. What is this? We're going. Oh. Oh, I mean, this looks like a crab claw. I guess we continue.
That night, I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
Oh. Are we sure about this? This looks alright. We keep going? Okay. We keep going. This dude is crazy.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you walk closer to an object that becomes larger. Man, come on.
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
Oh, I guess we're sleeping now.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night, but ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain.
Gibbous. That's a funny word.
I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
I'm surprised you somehow even slept a little bit.
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow
This is
of
a
the
beautiful
moon, I
king.
saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
Alright. So we're going. Don't forget our food.
Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
We're going. Oh, picking up my pack. Alright.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon, whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
Don't jump! No!
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost, and of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
No, no, no! No, don't jump! No! Don't do it! Oh no!
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent, whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
No! Wait, are we gonna climb down?
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath. gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated. All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
Is this it? The shining...
An object that gleamed whitely
Oh, it
in
is.
the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
Where's the moon? Oh. Alright. I guess we're going. Or not. Oh. Whoa. What is that? Oh, that's a reflection. We're going this way.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
Whoa. A massive rectangular stone.
But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature.
Well, I don't think what do you call it? A rectangular stone is a work of nature.
Closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
We going?
For despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith, whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures.
Okay.
Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
Examining. The moon. Examining. Oh, look at this.
The moon, now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm.
This is a bit creepy now. Please. Feels like something's gonna jump out at me or something.
And revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions, and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
Alright.
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me, and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
Oh.
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like.
Is that a person in the middle? With a what is that, an octopus head?
Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world, but whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain.
What is that thing? It's got like 4 legs or something, and a tail. The one second to the right. What?
It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
What, the man? Oh, question mark. Storytelling methods. Dagon contained many items and storytelling methods that Lovecraft developed in his later works, such as telling the story throughout carvings at the Mountains of Madness, the Nameless City, journals and character notes, The Shadow Out of Time. Are these books? I think they're titles of books. I don't know. I've not really read any of Lovecraft's story. The Haunter of the Duck. Islands emerging from the ocean, the Call of Cthulhu, or fictional beings and deities based on real events and mythologies. Migo. Migo. In The Whisperer in Darkness. It's also considered the origin of the popular Cthulhu mythos. Well, some of Lovecraft's other stories also conclude in a manner similar to Dagon, but let's skip the details in order not to spoil the ending. Alright then. Little man.
Plainly visible across the intervening water, on account of their enormize, were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a a Dore.
Dory.
I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men.
Oh, the ones at the bottom? How about that one? Is that not a man? Look at that guy. He's going, ooh.
Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail.
What is that? The one at the bottom. It's got like, so it's got like an oval head and then two eyes. And then if I place my screen like this, at the bottom of the text, it looks like it's his body. But I'm not sure if that's intended or what. What?
For the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
Oh. Oh.
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall.
Okay.
Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself. I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe.
Okay.
Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
Alright.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it.
Oh no. So what?
With only a slight
Please
churning
no.
to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view
Oh
of
no,
the
no.
waters.
What? So what? Please?
Vast, polyphemus,
What is that?
loathsome, it
No.
darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms,
What?
the while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds. I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little.
Okay. We're climbing. We're going.
I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
Just go. Just go. Why did we come here?
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat.
Oh, God. My frame rate.
At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods. When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital, brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention. Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing, nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Is that blood on the ground? Oh, a little note. Lovecraft was a prominent figure in the world of amateur journalism. This is a lot. If you want to read it, you can just pause. I'm not gonna read this. But human animals shall have miraculously changed. Alright, but yeah. If you want to read it, you can pause right now. I'm just gonna continue on. So, I guess we're leaving. Oh, the door just opened on its own.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
The fish god. Alright. Oh, right here. So I did say it right. Dagon. Dagan was the main deity of the Philistines, worshipped throughout the Middle East as an ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagan was a common noun for grain. The rulers of Akkad, Mesopotamia, chose him as the patron saint of their war conquests. He also appeared as the judge of the dead in an poem and an underworld prison wonder in one of those Babylonian texts. He is often mistakenly taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretation of his name. As in Hebrew, the name Dag means fish. In H.P. Lovecraft's works, Dagon is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race with fish traits that resides in the ocean. So like a mermaid? He's worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Well, not so secret anymore, but since we know about it now. Fish god. Oh, is that a mermaid? Oh, right here.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
August Herlif and the Cthulhu mythos. Cthulhu mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane. Alright. Really nice patterns. This is a really beautiful game. You know. Oh, look at the statue. And the clock. It is, let's see. Oh god. How do I read this? Well, well that's 9, right? So that's 10. It's like 10, close to 10. So like 10:08. Yeah, anyway. What am I doing here? Well, I don't know. I just clicked on it.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing.
The thing. Well, alright.
I tried morphine.
Wait. We're back here. Weren't we here? Was that a flashback? Yeah.
But the drug has given me transient surcease and has drawn me into clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Oh, wait. No, come on. What do you mean to end it all? No. What? Dude. Oh. Lovecraft on tobacco and alcohol. So Lovecraft hated tobacco even though he used to smoke when he was 12. In order to look and feel like an adult, in his correspondence with friend Reinhard Kellner, he claims that he quit as soon as he started wearing long pants. Alright? He also had a very strong opinion about alcohol, as evidenced by his letter to Zelia Brown, dated 13 February 1928. As for the matter of drinking, I've never tasted intoxicating liquor and never intend to, having a strong aesthetic disgust at anything which blunts or coarsens the delicate natural equipoise of the evolved human intellect and imagination. ... Drinking exceeded my personal repugnance, hence I don't drink. Let the herd do what they will. I am rather in favor of prohibition. Prohibition. The prohibition of any one antisocial force as well as of another source. That. Well, we're gonna end it all, I suppose.
Often I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm, a mere freak of fever, as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man-of-war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply.
Oh no, it's gonna show me the vision, isn't it?
I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed.
It's gonna show like a massive squid or something, isn't it?
Worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite. I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Oh. New York City, I think.
The end is near.
We barricaded our door.
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Oh, the door's moving. Oh no, you know what? We were right to barricade the door. Quick, put our pen against it. Oh god. No, don't open it! What? Anything else? Oh, it's not. Oh. Spoke too soon.
It shall not find me.
Please.
God, that hand!
What happened? Oh!
The window! The window!
The window? Turn around! What? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Was he? I think he was hallucinating there. I don't think the hand was actually there. I think. Well, anyway, thank you for playing. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me, I guess. Exit. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.